Hey y'all, welcome back to Andy's Little Homestead. The other day I posted a photo of myself in a hospital gown, and a lot of people have reached out expressing their concern. So I guess we'll address that. I got a lump about the size of a golf ball right next to my no-no zone. I was real concerned because it hurt like hell, and I also had a fever. That's kind of been coming and going for about a week and a half. I thought I had an incarcerated hernia. I was pretty dang concerned. But turns out that it was just a swollen lymph node. I ain't never had a swollen lymph node in that region before. But the fever's still kind of hanging around, and I haven't been feeling too good. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about today. Y'all, things are changing. I have always been straight up with y'all, and so I feel like it's important to just sit here and tell y'all what's going on. It may not seem like it from the outside, but the page is dying. Well, for one, I never expected it to go anywhere. 3.5 years ago, I started filming because I was here and I was homeless and I was bored. And that turned into something much bigger. And, I never really figured that it would last forever. I just figured that whenever it had run its course, I'd just ride off into the sunset and go cut lumber or whatever it was. It's the internet. I have no expectations of anything really truly sticking around. But honestly, for the last year, I keep watching it drop. Now, that in and of itself isn't a problem. I've got a million different ways to make money, and I take part in quite a few of them as side hustles, but the amount of time and the amount of work that it takes to put these videos together is very prohibitive. Everything else kind of has to stay a side hustle, because if I were to say make the decision to go full force into, okay, I'm gonna mill lumber now, y'all ain't never gonna see me again. I only have so many hours in a day. I only have so much that I can do. I want to spend time with my family. I'm a firefighter. I cut lumber and plow and try and make things grow, not always successfully, but whatever. And all those things are happening around documenting us building this homestead. But as soon as I turn the camera on, whatever it is that I'm working on, it takes twice as long. And then I've got to go through and edit it. At a certain point, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. And I've wrestled with this for a while, y'all. And I feel like the unintended consequence of this channel has been to make people's lives better. At least I hope that that's the case. As time went on and I was able to dive into stuff about addiction, depression, all manner of other things, marital struggles, all those things that I've put out there for people to see, those are my favorite. Those are my favorite things to do. And I've got to be real careful with the words that I choose from here, so just try and follow along. I don't know why things are not reaching as far as they used to. But I do know that there are, we'll call them the robots, that determine what shows up every time you do this. Every time I put out a video, I've got someone who pops up and says, "Hey Andy, glad you're back." And I've been putting out videos every Monday for this whole year and plenty of time before that, just not, all on the same day. But that's a little frustrating, because that's just, people wanted to see it. but it wasn't showing up. Now, I know there's a certain contingent of people watching this who are going to be like, oh, yeah, content complainers about, yeah, kiss my ass, make your own videos. But for me, it's kind of frustrating. And I think the most frustrating thing is that those videos that I feel like have the most impact, the ones that talk about my marriage falling apart, about being an alcoholic, about dealing with depression and anxiety, those are the ones that I feel like have the most meaning. But every time I do something like that, everything subsequently drops off. I want to keep trying to make people's lives better. I don't really want to ride off into the sunset. I don't give a shit about like fame or anything like that. I just, at some point along the way, I was blessed with the opportunity to make people's lives better. And that's slowly fading out just because of need. All the medical stuff has kind of put this at the forefront. My wife's been dealing with some unknown medical problem. We're thinking maybe autoimmune now. For the last 6 months, and now I've got this new one and a big old hospital bill to go along with it. Life is full of those moments. Life is full of those times where we don't really know how we're going to get through. I could have made some better decisions along the way. I could be sitting here telling you about this wonderful Chinese chainsaw from Amazon or something. I chose not to do that because for me, the connection and being real with y'all was the most important thing, and it still is. I'm not compromising. That for me is just a matter of integrity. But I've got something in the works that I'm setting up. Something that I'll link down below. For those who want to take a deeper dive on some of this stuff, who actually want to talk to me, and be able to kind of learn more and go more in depth with some of the more important things. Broken tractors and violating building codes and making wiener jokes is fun, but it doesn't truly make a difference, I don't think. I could be wrong, but I don't think that that's my purpose. So if I've ever made your life better, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, just kind of take a look down below, and we're gonna try that. And you know what? If it don't work, I'll ride off into the sunset and cut lumber. I really don't care. You know, I say that's a lie. I do. I do care, just because I know what the potential impact is. I've gotten literally thousands of messages from people dealing with struggles in their marriage and addictions and in different spots that I've been that I was told that I had helped them. And I want to keep doing that. So that's what I got. I still feel like, but it'll be all right. We'll keep moving forward. Hopefully figure out whatever the hell's going on with me and with my wife, and go from there. I've never been at a point where I doubted my ability to provide for my family. And I'm not even close to that. But at a certain point, I think that my purpose might be bigger than that. So I'd like to try and keep going with it. I'm hoping to have a video out on Monday. Like I said, I've been fighting whatever this is, but if nothing else, I'll have something of me sitting in the truck and talking to y'all. So I'll do my best. And the last thing I want to say is that I'm truly grateful for all y'all. The amount of support that I've gotten is just, it's out of control. No one gets to do what I do. You know what I mean? Like, I recognize that most people who are, you know, trying to build a life aren't doing it from, that they're not getting paid a fraction of a penny every time an ad gets viewed. But also, the amount of work that I got to put in to make these things happen for y'all, it's a lot. You don't see it, but I promise it is. So that's what we got going on. As always, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm sure you didn't learn anything. I love you, and God bless. I've made it a point of doing things basically the same from the beginning. So I don't think that I've changed in any kind of way. I could have. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. But I'm not so sure that that's it.